What is going on? It is go time. This is Mortar Mike, and this is yet another Watcher of Realms video. Today, the update is on the way. It is officially on the way. The wait is over. Within 5 days, the new update is coming to Watcher of Realms, and it is the biggest update since Guild Boss 2 was launched, the epilogue and all that good stuff. This is awesome. Let's dial in because there's a lot to know. It's huge. We've been waiting for it. Let's get to it. No more wasted time. Let's talk. So let's talk about the preview, and then we're going to get into the actual meat and potatoes. So the update content preview is basically telling us we're going to have season features in Arena, which is like additional points for wins. It's going to be more spaces. I believe it's going to be available in Overlord, which is great. AMR is getting 19 to 22, which is probably my favorite part of the update. I know there's better parts, but it's my favorite part because I might get the Hex artifact. That's all I'm saying. Shard summon for new legendary hero. This is Celine. She's been in the Forerunner for I think over a year now. So they've had a lot of time to test her and get her ready. But she's coming to the game starting next freaking week. I do not know she's an ancient exclusive. I would not be surprised. She'd probably be an ancient exclusive. And she has a bond skill with Giselle. So very nice, very good. So Arena is the Realm Champion season. Basically every 12 weeks constitutes a season, and there's extra rewards you get for completing that as well. So nice stuff. Boosted rewards, as we said just now. The Arena's weekly calculation rewards are increased. Commanders can now obtain rare summoning crystals at Platinum, which is Platinum 1, that's base Platinum. Apex coins at Platinum 3, which is some of the new currency that's coming to the game to get heroes like, I think it's Lady Alexandra, get her exclusive, get some other stuff which are like cosmetics on the map, which is cool. And above, and an exclusive avatar at Apex Overlord. So if you push for that, get that. Very nice, not bad at all. Exclusive rewards. So you can get the hero, you can get her soul stone, you can get a border banner for Realm Champion season rewards. So I guess it's going to be a re-up into saying it's going to be season 1. Interesting. So that's season 1 of this news content. Freya's Legacy, this is literally a skin for the summoning portal. So it's not really like really crazy, but I think instead of you getting that stone that we have on there, it's gonna be like a tree. It's kind of cool, simple stuff, not really, you know, mind blowing, but hey, it's cool. You can get Silas's exclusive in there, you can get Ancients, and you can get Legendaries that reset monthly. I like this here, if we didn't notice this earlier, season rewards. So every 3 months, these rotate. So the banner, the Freya's Legacy, and Silas's artifact all rotate every 3 months, because every season is 12 weeks, which is 3 months. So these are going to be here until I say January. Freya's Legacy and Eye of Penitence. Lady Alexandra is coming to the game. She has a really awesome kit. I will say this too. A lot of people will be like, oh, she's, you know, meta, yada, yada, yada. Here's the thing. If every time a broken champion is hitting at the very end of this game, you're going to be upset when people have them and you don't. Let it just be a good champion that's good in certain content. That's what we rather have in this game, because that extends the longevity of the game. And when you get a hero, you already know where to use them. So you don't want a whole bunch of jack of all trade heroes in the game, because then you're not going to care about that one hero that does this one thing when 9 do it already. But for early game. But going to be great for Guild War, Arena, Drake's Chasm, Titanic Ruins, and Guild War 3. Also, I'm going to mention something really interesting about Drake's Chasm as well. I mentioned that towards the end. Winning streak bonus, this is great. You get extra bonuses for winning on a win streak through Arena. I've actually played this, so after you get like 4 or 5 wins, it's going to give you an additional 1 to 2 points. So this is really, really good for 2 examples. If you're really working in an arena and you're really, you know, knocking things out and doing your very best and drilling and beating these teams, you're going to get more rewards. This is also great when you get that 1 or 2 heroes that boost your arena team really nicely, and you just kind of skyrocket in arena. We've seen it happen, like when you get an Ardea, or when you get like an Aracha added to your team and your Silas can finally do extra stuff, or you get your Vierna and now you got your boosted Silas, stuff like that. Now you can skyrocket a lot faster to the higher rank that you should be in. My favorite part, AMR raid upgraded. 19 to 22 are going to be added to Artifact Material raid. While tackling these new challenges, commanders can obtain 2 new types of meteorites. Oh, I'm stuttering today because the size of this coffee, that cup is full. You can get Titan meteorites and Wisdom meteorites. They're also going to be a Titan Forge and Wisdom Forge. So if I'm not mistaken, these have a 3% chance of dropping exclusive artifacts from the results that you get from them. So this will be the new way to get exclusive artifacts. Not the best way, it is another way, because you're going to get them weekly from Void Rift. You can get a lot of those Gleaming meteorites there, but you can also farm it at will if you would like to. I will be doing this because I just want to get a whole bunch of the exclusives, to have them ready on standby. I think that's going to be really helpful. That's my favorite part. Also, you don't see it in this initial part here. The gear recommendation system is also coming. Even though the preview doesn't say it right here, that's also coming in the update. I don't know if it's going to be immediately. I'm assuming it's going to be immediately active, which is really great, but I'll show that other part as well. So this right here is Celine. She's suitable for Drake's Chasm, Immortal Codex, and AMR. And by the way, AMR, I'm not AMR, Immortal Codex drops on the launch. So this update's gonna come, and it's also gonna be the same time that Immortal Codex is live. So a lot of stuff is gonna be happening at once, but if you get into the official details, I'm gonna skim over these to the stuff that you really should know, not to every single thing, because it's a lot to read. We ain't got time for that. 100 diamonds for the compensation for you waiting for this update. Just so you guys know, they already did like a 7-day compensation where they gave us rewards every day. They're gonna give us even more for this update per the usual, which is nice. The seasons are now 12 weeks, which are 3 months. Adding the Apex shop, adding the other stuff that we said they're going to be there temporarily, which is great, and Apex Crystal chests and many other rare rewards. I don't know about the Apex Crystal chests. That should be interesting. But the coins we can get through weekly and season calculations at Platinum rank, as well as from offense victories at Overlord rank and above. Interesting. So if you are in Overlord, your wins can get you Apex coins. That's great, because just waiting to the end of every week was going to suck. This is cool. Reduce the price for the first few arena permit purchases per day. So those people that have used all the arena permits, they want to keep fighting. The first couple ones are going to be a lot cheaper, which is awesome. Very good. Apex Overlord is going to be extended to the top 300 players instead of the top 200. Oh, also, big thing. They are upgrading the gear amount. I think from like 1100 to like 1500. It's like a 400 item upgrade. This is going to be lovely. It's going to be great. Honora's ultimate, it does slightly less damage. More importantly, it does a tiny bit less damage, but it extends the attack range and lasts for 20 seconds. So very nice. Hex got a new bond skill that's gonna work with the new chick Twyla is gonna be coming into the game. He gets his cost reduced by 4. When the Hermit is triggered, which is his invisibility like things, basically a dodge mechanic, he gains an additional shield equal to 40% of attack for 10 seconds. Not crazy, but good to have. Nasande now dispels buffs on her ultimate. Lovely, very lovely. I wish that it was like her bounce heals dispel buffs too, because that would be broken, because then she can heal outside of her range. That'd be great. Giselle, a hero that I really want. I don't care what you say. It's just a cool looking hero, and I really want to get Giselle. She's going to do more damage to enemies with higher percentage health. So basically down to 50% health, she does extra 20% damage, which is really nice. I do like that. Vampiric Charm, she reduces her first deployment cost by 2, which makes her cheaper, which is going to be nice. I'll be honest. She's not a great hero right now, but these things are going to make her usable in some content. Increases her damage by 20% for a full minute for her first deployment. And if she gets a kill, wait a second. Oh, this is not bad. Giselle restores 100% rage immediately when she helps eliminate an enemy. It does not say when she kills an enemy. So she's a part of that enemy dying, she gets 100% rage and goes straight into her ult, which can be triggered up to 1 time during her first deployment. Every deployment she can do that. Interesting. And then Celine, she has a whole bunch of buffs and stuff. Don't worry about this. She's not in the game yet. It's great, but don't worry about all this stuff. She's not in the game yet, so read that at your own time. It's already in the game. You can read the content. This is really great. Right here, Praetus, the Sun Supreme. At Awaken 1, his basic attack that deals damage to targets inflict rated erosion and gets 3% bonus rage. Now he gets it on every attack period. This is going to be wonderful for Praetus. Does it make him broken? No. But does it make him much better? Yes. especially for PvE like content. Really good. They're going to add status icons for Lucius and Ingrid's skill to make it a little easier to tell what's going on, because some people can't tell when Lucius is about to go into that alternative ult that he has. Ingrid as well, so it's good to be able to see visually what's going on. I don't know if that's going to show up in PvP content so you can view it. That would be cool, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's just for the people that are using those heroes. There it is, gear recommendation. It is coming. You can do all of the changes that you wanted to do to make sure you get the priority gear that you want. This is going to be huge, huge, huge for the player base. Also, you can export your gear recommendation plans and import plans from other commanders. That's going to be huge. I might have to make one. I may have to do one. I think it's pretty nice. All right, Titan Forge. and Wisdom Forge added to the artifact/forge area. Titan Forge is for you getting artifacts for ground heroes. Wisdom Forge is for artifacts for platform heroes. That being said, you're not just doing AMR 22. You're going to be doing 20 or 22 because those are the max levels for Titan or the max level for Wisdom. So you don't have to worry about, I'm doing the highest one, why am I only getting this stuff? Because it's two different forges. Oh wait, is it 1920 and 2122 are the two you're going to be farming? You'll know when it starts. You'll know when it starts. Added quick enhance. This is great. So while you're farming gear, you can quick enhance it to see if you want to keep it. I love this feature because I oftentimes get rid of a bunch of stuff and then I'll have like 10 recommended and I'm like, are they really that good? Now's a good time for you to do that. You can get rid of them before they take up your gear storage space. And by the way, you see number 4, increase the base storage capacity for gear from 1100 to 1500 and the maximum capacity from 1300 to 1700. That is a small benefit that a lot of people may miss out on. That is going to be lovely. Not miss out on, but didn't know it's coming. That's a better way to put it. That's going to be lovely. Added features of filtering by gear sets and sorting by customized conditions to gear plan. Very interested to see how that plays out as well. Added a feature of filtering by gear enhancement level in the gear filter. So I've seen this on the test server. So if you have those pieces of gear that you level to like level 4 and level 8, and one day you want to get back to them, it's a little difficult to find them right now because, you know, you got to scroll and you got to make sure you're in the right section of like left side gear or right side gear, and then it's the right column of that kind of gear. This would be an easy way to just find those pieces of gear that you may have future plans for, or you just forgot that you use and they're taking up space. It's a good way to find them. Nice. Improve the smoothness and frame rate of the gear interface. Okay, that's fanciness. There's our AMR updates. This is great too, number 2. So you see you're getting 3 to 12. That's okay. That's okay. It's not amazing, but that's okay. I prefer like 5 to 12, but 3 to 12, we'll work it out. Let's get it going. And at the end, they also give more mithril, which is cool. I'm cool with that. Number 2, increase the drop quantity and rate of smoldering scale and sanguine fabric in gear rate 1, 2, 3, and gear dungeon 1 and 2. This is lovely because this is just going to make it easier for you to farm those components, farm those forgeable using items, yada, 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 and have them on standby. I keep saying have them on standby because exclusive gear is going to be coming. Hero exclusive and faction exclusive gear is going to be coming. It is not mentioned in this update yet. So if you want to go ahead and do it and get your unidentified gear that you can also farm and forge from the smoldering scale and sanguine fabrics, you can do that. Go for it. You can do that. We don't know when the exclusive gear is dropping. I would not be surprised if it was at the end of this year. I would think that would be awesome. Here's a trip up thing that people need to be aware of for Arena. There's 2 parts. Increase the cost regen rate by 10% for all Arena stages. That's good to know. That being said, there's a little bit of a buff that's a challenge too. Arena monster stat adjustments. Ooh. I'm gonna put this thing out unedited and it's gonna be janky, but we're gonna get it done. You understand? Why though? You lying? HP plus 15%, defense plus 10%. Magic resistance plus 10%. So they're gonna be a little bit more resistant to magic attacks. So your Boreas or your Ingress or your Praetus may have a little bit more work ahead of them. I think Praetus is gonna be just fine. Reduce the difficulty of defeating Samurai Apocalypse 1 in Titanic Ruins. What they mean by that, this is actually really, really great. So I think they lowered the requirement that you need to reach to get the best chest. In Titanic Ruins, Apocalypse 1, when Advanced Evolution is at 0 stacks, he doesn't get Advanced Evolution until you beat all 3 stages. And he has that big time where he's down, and then he goes back into the chainsaw phase. That's when you gets Advanced Evolution. The chainsaw's damage, the death saw's damage is reduced by 50% on the first phase of running it. This is wonderful, but remember, it's only APOC 1, and the APOC 2 is gonna basically skyrocket. People are like, oh, it's much harder. No. The first phase was easier. Second phase is how it already was. When he reaches 9 stacks of Advanced Evolution, this is for the people that are completely farming the living breaks out of Simra and getting these incredibly high scores and making it a cakewalk for everybody in their guilds to knock out APOC 1 and 2. I like the idea of that, but I can understand why they're trying to cap that. I understand that. His attributes will increase significantly, which basically mean that's the cutoff point for going for those high scores. So if you had a high score, congratulations, you made it. Screenshot it because it's going to be something that's going to be very hard to get soon. Aegis mode, this is great. This is my favorite part of this Simra adjustment. The hardening effect adjustment, which is basically Aegis mode. You know, he brings his shield down and you see the little thing wind up and it goes up one more buff on the top. That changed to a stackable buff which means it is not how it was originally coded, which is just like an incremental buff. This is stackable. And the difference of that is stackable means it only goes up by 1. And when you get rid of it, it doesn't resume at the last level it was at. It starts over completely. So if you have a Lucius or a Kagiri, who's coming soon, but don't be too impatient. It might be a while. Increasing by 1 stack each time it's cast. After being dispelled, stacking starts from 0. This is going to be great for APOT runs. This is going to be lovely because it's going to allow a lot of people to get to some very hard moments, because there are times where I have Lucius. There are times when I would use his ult, I'd use it and I'd have such a small window to get extra damage in before it's like 4 stacks right back on top. That's gonna get rid of that. It's gonna bring it back down to like 1 or so, which is awesome. I freaking love that. Petrification mechanic options. So this is in Void Rift. Monsters will be released from petrification after 60 seconds. You've seen it if you fight on the Laseer levels, where they get frozen and basically become a little bit harder to kill. After 60 seconds, they're gonna automatically be unpetrified. Optimized Deity Solil, reducing the stage's requirement for Piercer lineup. So what I believe that this interprets to is that she comes a little bit closer. She comes 1 tile closer, which puts her in range of a lot more damage dealers. There's a lot more opportunities to beat Solil. I magically beat her. I don't know how I did it. It happened, but she's done. We're in the last but not least section, because we've been cooking. Like and subscribe if y'all been enjoying this. Does that button work right now? It doesn't, because I have to unplug and plug the thing in. I'm gonna do it right now because we want this. I put it in. Did it work now? Yes, it does. I love that. Okay, added unpolished legendary soul stones. You may have seen Fastidious' video on this. I think this is awesome. To a random drop pool of legendary and mythic chests in Drake's Chasm Nightmare 3 and find epic legendary and mythic chests in Nightmare 4. This item can be used to awaken any non-legendary hero. So when people are like, what do you mean mythic? This is something I was a little bit confused on, but it makes sense now that I look at it. Mythic is not a rarity, it's the level that you unlock. So looking here, this is a mythic chest. It's a top chest. The one below that is a legendary chest. It's not rarity, it's just the level that you reach. That's just good for those people that are like, what do you mean mythic chest? That's confusing to me. Some people may not get what that means. Hey, I'm here to make it work. Added a new item, Freya's Legacy, in the Apex shop, which is basically a skin for the Summoning Stone, like I said before earlier. Added a new achievement for PC gamers. They get a benefit of being able to play for 120 days. They get an exclusive chat bubble. That's neat. I'm on a Mac, never see it. And in the skin shop, you're gonna have your Merit skin, you're gonna have Trust skin, and Theowen skin. This is great because I didn't get Trust skin. I got Salazar skin. It improves some skill descriptions for Deity Sola and Tempest Tyrant. That's going to be pretty cool, and improve the visual representation of buff stack. Wait, of buff stacks, that's different. So that's buffs and debuffs, those little blue icons. That should be interesting how that shows up. Is it going to be like Raid, where they're right over top of the hero's head? I'll be interested to see how that plays out. Interesting. So that is the update. My recommendations for you while you're watching this content: save your energy pots. Save them, because the AMR is going to cost a lot to be operated. It's going to be way more than you think. Trust me, if you think you have enough for AMR, you don't have enough yet. Get more, save your gems up. Also this weekend, I'm not doing the Should You Summon video. I'm going to say don't do it. Get your stuff reserved, because the new Fusion is going to be coming soon, or Fragment Fusion of Selene's going to be coming soon. More banners are going to be on the way as well. When the update comes out, they're able to pour a lot more content into the game that we don't know about yet. If you don't need constants, don't summon right now. Alarl, she could be replaced. Eliza does a job almost as good as Alarl does. So just saying, save your resources. I wouldn't do it this weekend. I will hold on to it unless there's like a nascent summon. Then I would be considering that. Yep, crazy specials and event sign in. Yeah. So save your resources. Hold them on for an extra week or so. Get as many as you can to get ready for the upcoming content. Run that AMR as much as you can when you get those high levels, because that's your way to get exclusives throughout the week. Also, you can get a whole bunch of Mythor and a whole bunch of other stuff throughout the week. So I'm going to enjoy that. This has been Mortar Mike. I wanted to make this video as quick as I could. I still probably end up taking way too long. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to try to put this bad boy out. Barely edited. Y'all take care. I will see y'all soon. Get hyped. Less than 5 days. Wait, 5 days and counting. Let's get it. Peace.